Annecy Film Festival is really annoying me this year. So for those who don't know, Annecy is a festival that showcases new animation and new films, new TV, and it's kind of a celebration of animation. And this year, it's just really, really annoying. Now, the reason why that is because the animation industry is so terrible right now. So many people have been laid off. I know a lot of people in the animation industry that have lost their jobs, me included. I used to work on an animated film and no longer anymore. And I guess this is how people in the games industry feel right now with Summer Games Fest and before that the Game Awards. It was all this celebration of cool stuff happening in their industry and cool things happening. Meanwhile, no one's working, no one's actually getting paid, everyone is just not doing well. And Annecy this year is just doing what feels like the Game Awards did last year, where they're celebrating all these cool stuff, and yet we are just ignoring that they have laid off so many people and so many people are out of work. Even people that worked on some of the things premiering at Annecy. For instance, Netflix. They are showcasing quite a bit of things this year. They showed Ultraman, which is co-directed by Shannon Tyndall, which I'm a big fan of. He did Lost Ollie, if you haven't seen that. They showcased the new Wallace and Gromit. They showcased the Twits. They showed a lot of really cool stuff, but they're completely ignoring the fact that they laid off and have shut down so many projects just in the past 2 years. There have been multiple layoffs going on at Netflix. The studio is in shambles. It keeps getting a new head of film, which kind of slows things down. And a lot of people who used to work at Netflix no longer work there anymore. And there's just a big celebration of all the cool stuff that they have coming out. Same thing with WB. Warner Brothers Animation just announced a huge slate of new TV shows. They announced new Adventure Time, new Foster's Home for Imaginary People, a new Scooby-Doo, and all those things. They do look really cool, but they're doing this while completely not even acknowledging that they also just removed a lot of animated shows on Max. Or Coyote vs. Acme, which was a film that was completely made and it was done and then they wrote it off for tax purposes. So it feels weird that WB is celebrating animation when there's been so much news about how they don't actually care about it. And DreamWorks, same boat. They debuted a new clip of The Wild Robot, which is a new film by Chris Anderson. It looks gorgeous. It looks amazing. I can't wait to see it. However, it's hard to be excited for that movie when a lot of those people that worked on it are no longer working at all. So for those who don't know, DreamWorks has decided not to do films in-house anymore, meaning the actual animating and lighting and a lot of technical work on the film is now going to be done overseas. They laid off a bunch of people earlier this year, more are coming once they finish The Wild Robot, and those jobs are never coming back. And seeing The Wild Robot, knowing it's the last film that they're making this way, even though it's gonna look great and it's gonna be good, it's going away soon. So watching it, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Like, you don't wanna really see it, right? Because you know that while it was made with love, while it was made with care, it's the last one that they're ever doing. And that's just really sad. That's why, for me, Annecy it's not really cool right now. So many people are laid off. So many people have not worked in a very long time. I'm talking like a year plus. There's possibly going to be an upcoming strike in summer, which I've heard a lot of artists are very adamant about because they're very afraid of AI. They are very over this outsourcing. And so that's why Annecy is just very annoying right now. It's weird to try to celebrate something at a time when there's not much to celebrate right now. I hope that it gets better. I fear that it won't. I fear that it's going to get worse. Please go see these films, these TV shows that they all just announced. Support them, but understand that there are people behind those shows. There are people behind those movies that are no longer working because a business can't figure out their business model, and they're making very, very poor decisions. And that's all I got. I'm hoping it gets better soon. Bye.